Se Ri Pak, the legendary South Korean golfer who revolutionized women's golf, has finally broken her silence at 47. What really happened? We'll reveal the story that will change everything you thought you knew about this golfing icon. For years, fans admired her incredible rise to fame, but few knew the dark family battle behind the scenes. This will be shocking. Our team scoured reports from Golf Week, Korea Times, and Golf Digest, digging deep to uncover the real story behind this legal battle. And trust us, you'll want to stay until the end because we'll give you an exclusive update on where everything leads between the father and daughter debacle. Before we get into the lawsuit, let's take a step back. Who exactly is Se Ri Pak? Born in Daejeon, South Korea, she wasn't always destined to be a golf superstar. In fact, her journey into golf began at 14, when her father introduced her to the sport. But this wasn't just a casual introduction. Her father pushed her with relentless discipline, enforcing grueling training routines that would shape her into one of the greatest golfers of all time. But at what cost? She took up golf with incredible passion, dominating the amateur scene with 30 tournament victories in South Korea. Her talent was undeniable. In 1996, she turned professional, and just a year later, she moved to the US to train under renowned golf coach David Leadbetter. By October 1997, Se Ri Pak joined the LPGA Tour, ready to take on the world. In 1998, at just 20 years old, Se Ri Pak stunned the golf world. After a slow start to her rookie season, she made history at the McDonald's LPGA Championship, finishing with an 11 under par 273 to win by 3 strokes. She became the youngest golfer to win the event and the second youngest to win a major women's tournament. But she wasn't done yet. Just 2 months later, Se Ri Pak etched her name into golf history in the US Women's Open. In one of the most memorable finishes ever, she battled amateur Jenny Chua in a 20-hole playoff to claim her second major. With that victory, Pak became the youngest woman to win 2 majors and the first rookie to do so since Julie Inkster in 1987. Her fearless style of play captivated audiences worldwide, but back home in South Korea, her impact was even more profound. Se Ri Pak wasn't just winning tournaments, she was inspiring a generation. When she joined the LPGA, there were only 3 Korean golfers on the tour. Just 10 years later, thanks to her influence, there were 45. Today, 5 of the top 10 women golfers are Korean, a testament to her legacy. Players like Inbi Park and So-yeon Ryu credit Se Ri Pak as their inspiration, proving that her success sparked a revolution in international golf. Her journey was legendary. She went on to win 25 LPGA titles, including 5 major championships. In 2001, she claimed the Weetabix Women's British Open. In 2002, she won the McDonald's LPGA Championship, becoming the youngest player to secure 4 major titles. And in 2003, she made history again by becoming just the second woman ever to qualify for a men's event, placing 10th at the SBS Super Tournament in South Korea. Wondering how this will unfold? Stay tuned until the end. With each victory, Se Ri Pak shattered records and broke barriers. In 2007, she was inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame, cementing her legacy as one of the greatest golfers of all time. But behind the iconic smile and historic wins was a story of pain, sacrifice, and intense pressure. Her father's influence was undeniable. He was the driving force behind her success, pushing her with rigorous training, even making her sleep in a cemetery to build mental toughness. It was this discipline that made her a champion, but it also created deep emotional scars. For years, rumors swirled about the pressures she faced, but Se Ri Pak stayed silent, until now. The very man who introduced her to golf, her father, was at the center of a scandal that would force her to take legal action. Let's talk about the lawsuit. It all began with a high-stakes development project in Saemangjum, where her father was involved as a developer. The project aimed to build a luxurious tour resort complex, and Pak's name was right at the center of it, but without her knowledge. investigations revealed that Pak's father submitted false documents, claiming that the Se Ri Pak Hope Foundation would be involved in the project. But there was just one problem. The foundation knew nothing about it. According to the Se Ri Pak Hope Foundation, Pak had no intentions of establishing or hosting an international golf school, contrary to what her father claimed. It turns out he had falsely represented himself as the chairman of her foundation and even used a forged seal to back his story. When the Saemangeum Development and Investment Agency, SDIA, began verifying the documents, the truth unraveled. Her father's fraudulent claims led to the revocation of the preferred bidder status for the multi-million-dollar project, shaking the very foundation of the development deal. The SDIA was initially convinced by her father's false representation, especially since the International Golf School project earned high scores during the bidding process. But as the details emerged, it became clear that Se Ri Pak was never involved. We're almost at the end, and this just gets crazier. Determined to protect her name and foundation, Se Ri Pak did the unthinkable. She sued her father. In September, her foundation filed a complaint against him for forgery and other charges. The case was transferred to the Daejeon District Prosecutor's Office, where investigations are currently underway. According to the foundation's lawyer, Pak's father secretly created and used the foundation's seal to push the project forward, submitting forged documents to administrative agencies. The forged seal was noticeably different from the real one, a mistake that ultimately exposed the scheme. Taking legal action against her own father was not an easy decision. As a member of the board of directors, Se Ri Pak agreed to the legal proceedings, knowing that protecting her legacy meant confronting painful truths. An official from the foundation confirmed that the decision was made through the registered board of directors, with Pak fully supporting the investigation. Finally, how is Se Ri Pak after all this drama? Let me give you an update on the lawsuit. Facing the cameras with a heavy heart, she broke her silence. The golfing legend revealed the painful truth about her father's actions and how it has impacted her both personally and professionally. The situation has surpassed the level that I can bear. I've repeatedly covered my father's debt because we are family. But more debt kept on appearing, as if it had been waiting in line. I will no longer be held responsible for my father's debt. Pak's words revealed the emotional toll of years spent quietly paying off her father's debts. But this time, it was different. The scandal had crossed a line she could no longer ignore. This isn't just about money or legalities. It's about the man who played a crucial role in shaping her career. The man she once embraced during her retirement ceremony in 2016. For years, Se Ri Pak stood by her father, describing him as a good person, despite rumors of his harsh parenting methods and a controversial past. Pak's father was known for his tough training regimens, pushing her to her limits to ensure she succeeded. It's said that he made her practice swings in graveyards at night, although Pa insists that's just a rumor. Regardless, his methods were extreme and the pressure was intense. Over the years, reports surfaced about his darker side, including allegations of illegal gambling and violence. Yet, through it all, Se Ri Pak remained loyal, until now. At the press conference, Pak made it clear. She doesn't know why her father wanted to start a golf school business or if there are any other legal issues involved. In fact, she admitted she hasn't spoken to him since discovering the document forgery. The scandal has also impacted the Se Ri Pak Hope Foundation, a charity she built to inspire young golfers. Pak emphasized that she wants to keep her foundation and professional life separate from her father's issues, declaring that she won't let this scandal tarnish her mission. This foundation is entrusted with identifying and helping young talent, and I do not want to waste my time with such personal issues, she said. It was a powerful statement, one that showed her determination to move forward, even as her heart breaks. But the hardest part? Not knowing if she'll ever reconcile with her father. According to Se Ri, I thought protecting my family was the most important thing, but I'm afraid I was mistaken. Such a mistake led to this incident, and I now have learned the most important lesson of my life. Pak confessed that she doesn't know if she can ever forgive her father. The betrayal runs deep, and the wounds are still fresh. But one thing is certain, she's finally putting herself first. So where does the lawsuit stand now? The complaint against her father, filed by the Se Ri Pak Hope Foundation, has been transferred to the Daejeon District Prosecutor's Office, where investigations are currently underway. If found guilty, the consequences could be severe, and the world is watching to see how it all unfolds. While the future of her relationship with her father remains uncertain, one thing is clear. Se Ri Pak is moving forward with courage and purpose. Want to stay updated on the latest golf news, exclusive stories, and inspirational journeys like Se Ri Pak's? Then make sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got more in-depth stories, exclusive interviews, and behind-the-scenes content coming your way.